Welcome back, everybody. Happy Sunday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shout out to the folks we got in the building already. Y'all do me a favor. Make sure you give us a thumbs up on your way in and share us out. Thank you, Renee. I appreciate you so much. You always coming through, blessing us as always. Welcome, Armani. That's family right there. And to those, the Bush Watchers, the Bush Babies. Welcome back, y'all, to Real Queens Real Talk with a Gentleman's Perspective. I am your host, your auntie Momo, your favorite auntie, okay? That shit talking one that's always up in something, up in the middle of something, doing something she ain't got no business. That's her. That's me, y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me get this off the background here. I'm clicking the wrong thing. Okay, here we go. Hey y'all, hey, happy Sunday, everybody. Thank you, everybody that's coming in so far. Jay, that's sis right there. Welcome. Liver of Life, welcome, welcome. Shona, appreciate you. And what's going on? Happy Sunday, everybody. Hopefully, everybody's Sunday has been going so far so good. Of course, I appreciate Sundays because that's the days that I get to do my cooking and my cleaning, and I get to listen to Mizzle while he's doing his live. Okay, he had a good little live earlier today. Okay, he talked about, was it Real Housewives of New York, Love and Marriage DC, Bell Collective. Also gave his commentary on the whole Lizzo thing, which we're gonna be talking about tonight as well as the writer's strike. Okay, now that the reality TV stars are getting all up in the middle of it, so he gave his commentary on that. If you have not checked out his live, Mizzle, if you can link it down in the chat below so that everybody knows, subscribe to his channel. Okay. First and foremost, before I get a little bit too tipsy, what's everybody sipping on tonight? Okay, I got a little bit of Taylor Port wine and I got some water. Okay, because this Taylor Port ain't no goddamn joke at all. Taylor Port wine, bitch. Okay. Anybody want a banana? I mean, as long as I ain't gotta eat it out no cootie cat. Because I do love my potassium, long as I ain't gotta eat it out no cootie cat. Okay. I take a banana, but not out no cootie cat. Okay. We gonna get into that. What y'all sipping on tonight?
My Smirnoff grape today.
All right. Okay, I had some of that the other day. I had a whole 6-pack of that. That should be good. Okay, of course, Renee got her little good ginger ale. What's that? Is that water? A moonshine?
Listen, Quincy. Okay.
Okay, it looked like a little moonshine the way you had it in that glass bottle there. I'm saying, what the hell? What you going through? Okay,
it's okay. Now you know I'm fancy. Little Martha Stewart bottle. It's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Bottle.
I ain't mad at you, Tracy. What you sipping on tonight?
Little gin.
Little gin make you sin.
Say what?
Okay, baby, that gin will make you sin. Okay, there's Mizzle's live from earlier today. Again, like I said, if y'all have not checked that out, please make sure you go and check that out because it's good for me. Like I said, I like to clean and do my cooking, and it's company in the background. You know, I jump in every now and then in the chat for the most part. I'm just listening, and it's good entertainment. For me, I'm not drinking anything yet. I'm working on a project. What kind of project you working on? You got a money-making scheme you working on or what? Let me know, because I sure needs me a side gig, a side hustle, or something like that. Let me know what y'all want.
Another extra stream of income. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Extra stream of income.
That whole last part right there. Okay, couple things we're gonna get into tonight, and then we gonna bid y'all a good night. Also, make sure that you are a part of Mizzle's Discord as well, because once we get done over here, we're gonna go over Mizzle's Discord and we are going to watch my graphic design stuff. Okay, I ain't mad at you. We're going to go over to Mizzle's Discord and we're going to watch the latest episode to Real Housewives of Atlanta. How many more episodes do we have to go?
I don't know. Too damn many.
Because if they film the reunion, we should be close to being done with this, right? Because let's keep it real.
Situation yet. I don't know when they're going to get to that point yet.
No, this season is not giving. I needed to get into something because right now it's like at a seriously slow burn. Auntie, what you made today, and did you put your foot in it? You know, I just did it real simple today. A recipe that I got off of TikTok, some Salisbury steak meatballs, and I just did it with some jasmine rice. Salisbury steak meatballs, you know, you get like the frozen. It's simple, y'all. Shout out to TikTok, okay? What do you say, Mizzle? Can I have a Twizzler? You know, Mizzle be going hard on them Twizzlers, baby. He make them shits look good as hell. It was not too long ago, Mizzle was tearing down some damn Twizzlers. I said, bitch, let me get my fat ass up and go to this goddamn convenience store because the way he eating on them damn Twizzlers.
Twizzlers and Mizzle is synonymous. They go together, 1 and 2.
Like,
He been
they
eating
go
Twizzlers
together real.
since June.
Okay, Mizzle and Twizzlers go together real bad.
Real
bad.
I had to go to the food shop. I got my Twizzlers. I ain't right.
That part right there. But go to TikTok, like I said, and look up like Salisbury meatballs. That's what I made with a little bit of jasmine rice. Made it seem like it was fancy, but it wasn't. That's all I did with that. But yeah, I'm ready for the drama to pick up in the Real Housewives of Atlanta because it's boring. It's boring as hell right now. I'm tired of Marlo. I'm sick of She ain't did shit. Sonya got the same old thing going on with her. I can't.
And I'm kind of sick of all these new people that they're bringing in. These friends of the friends of the friends. They ain't bringing no flavor. They ain't bringing no heat.
What's going on, Joseph? Welcome. Yeah, in Courtney, her and her bobblehead and her cockeye is getting on my damn nerves. I'm sick of them. They all can go. I'm done with her. And Manetta is okay, but I feel like Manetta is working on that peach. She okay, but
yeah.
Just like you said she's working on that peach. I think Marlo's overworking trying to maintain her peach with all her little snake ways. She doing a lot of little too much. She is being very. Do y'all watch the Bravo after take where they break it down? Okay, and they broke it down her snake ways, Marlo's snake ways, and how she was going to and fro between everybody. And I was like, anybody with common sense would know, like, yeah, she's trying to rev stuff up, get a storyline, and for her to be in the middle of everybody's storyline, I said this, no, she said that. She's put. I'm like, okay, she's trying a little bit. She's too try-hardy. You know how try-hardy is. Like, look at me. I'm a good person. You know, I'm just trying to. She way too try-hardy, and she need to go. I don't know. I don't think she needs to go, but she don't need no peach. There you go.
Renee Mizzle working on them Twizzlers. She said, Mizzle, what you eat, baby? You know he gonna have them Twizzlers. Them Twizzlers, baby, all day. Red ropes all day. All right, y'all. One of the first things that I wanted to get into tonight, because of course we gotta can't go on without saying rest in peace. So O'Shea Sibley. Now, this was sad. This just happened the other day. He was stabbed. I'm going to read this headline from this, but O'Shea Sibley was stabbed at a gas station the other night. He was outside dancing to Beyonce's Renaissance. Some group of guys were hurling some homophobic slurs at him. They end up getting into an altercation where he was later on stabbed and he lost his life. I'm going to read this news article and I'm going to play a little bit of the video that, shout out to the Neighborhood Talk. This is where I'm getting this from. The video that they have up about this. I feel bad for, this whole situation that happened with this young man is, of course, is tragic. But we was talking about it a little bit earlier with Mizzle as well. I hate to think, well, let me read this article and then I'll play the video and then I'll get into my thoughts on that. Okay. So a 17-year-old has been arrested in association with the fatal stabbing of O'Shea Sibley, a dancer from Brooklyn who was stabbed last week at a gas station in NUC for voguing to Beyonce's Renaissance. The suspect in the fatal stabbing of O'Shea Sibley in my district last Saturday night just turned himself in to the NYPD 61st precinct and is now in their custody, wishing the family peace during this difficult time and hoping for swift justice and serious consequences for the perpetrator. Now, what does it say? The alleged perpetrator has been described as a teenager with dark hair wearing a black shirt and red shorts. Reports said that the teenager had previously reported had a previous record that is not public due to his age. The teenager was allegedly caught on camera telling Sibley and his friends that their dancing offended his Muslim faith. Now, I'm going to play this news clipping from this. And like I said, we're going to get into a little bit of commentary.
Investigators say he got into an argument with a man who made homophobic comments. It became heated and then took a deadly turn.
He pulled out a knife and he just stabbed him and he ran away.
The loss of a sibling to a possible hate crime is now stunning his neighborhood.
We showed his colors up. He's not afraid of that. But he doesn't go out there and say, oh, this and that. But as soon as you see me on that class, it's a Friday.
Many remember him for his dance moves, his laughter, and his friendship. A spokesperson for the alien organization where he was a participant said in a statement in part, O'Shea had an incredible energy in the studio and was loved by instructors and fellow students. A good, kind soul, gone. He was severed.
The thing I hate about this is you see how this video is? The video that they were showing, and if you want to see more of it, matter of fact, let me put, I'm going to put this from the Hollywood, from the Neighborhood Talk. I'm going to put this down in the description box. If you want to go read more on this article, you can go read that. It's from the Neighborhood Talk. Also, of course, they have the video of it on Twitter as well. From the video, y'all know how some defense lawyers are and things like that. From the video that was shown, I can see the defense trying to make the argument of the 17-year-old was trying to defend himself like it was self-defense, because in the video, you know, you do see O'Shea approaching this guy. But from our perspective, we know, of course, he was probably, I mean, this guy was probably talking shit to him. And O'Shea was like, well, what's up? You got a problem, you know, blah, 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 blah. And he was not the aggressor. Okay. But from the looks of this video, I can see prosecutors or whomever trying to argue that, which I hate. I hate, and I hope they don't try to do something like that. Regardless of the fact, you know, they had a memorial ball at the gas station where he lost his life. The whole situation is sad. It's a 17-year-old boy, but apparently he had a record. Again, we don't know what the record was because he is a minor, so they're not putting it out what the record was. What are y'all's thoughts on this? Again, it's sad this young man lost his life, and he was well known. A lot of people knew him. He was known in the ballroom scene. He was a choreographer. A lot of people knew who he was, so it wasn't just some random person, regardless who lost their life. You know, a person is a person, but he was a well-known person and he was loved. So what's y'all thoughts on that?
It is ridiculous. When I saw the video and everything, one question about that video: who's all that people surrounding O'Shea and the people? That was his people, or that was the guy, the teenager people? Because it seems like a lot of people, and I'm not saying that it was not gonna happen the way it did, but I'm saying that all these people, if that was O'Shea people, how is it going to point that guy was able to fatally stab O'Shea?
It looked like
he got close enough that he could stab him with all of his peoples around him with him.
Right.
So I don't know who was what, because I was like, when they was in a separate, were they at some point that the guy and O'Shea was by themselves that he stabbed him there, or it just happened so quickly, or what? Because I was like, if this person coming up to me, you try to.
Yeah, like I said,
yeah, but
like
it's
I said.
sad.
It's the video that's on Twitter. You can see a little bit more of the angle from it, and like I said, it just that part with all those people in it, that was like, it just seemed like people came out the store, and then more of O'Shea people, because he had like all of his friends and they were over there by the gas pump, like, you know, basically they were having like a little parking lot party type thing, you know what I mean? And then these guys came out of nowhere. I mean, they were minding their own business, dancing, doing their own thing. These guys started saying shit to them. And of course, they went over there and started getting into it with them. But from the looks of the angle, like I said, from the video that you can see on Twitter, there's a part where O'Shea walks towards whichever guy it was that did it. And it happened so fast, it looked like somebody swung on somebody and the guy tried to run and get away. You know what I mean? So it's hard to see, but I don't know. I can see
it is crazy. And the point that you said it threatened your Muslim faith or whatsoever. I said at this point, 17 years old, like how he must have learned that. I was threatening yours. Like, people need to stop wanting the business and let people be. It wasn't bothering you. It's like that. You looking so hard enough to be threatened about the faith. It's like, why you need to dominance. And now what? You gonna lose your freedom? And you already had a record.
For what? Now, right now, what's your faith gonna do to you?
He touched you like, no, come on. It's like ridiculous. It's like, it's so sad that people think that, oh, you could just be open free, and you can't. It is, but you can't, because people like this is crazy. And then dominant society with the sexuality, all this like that. It's so crazy. So it's like sometimes when you mind your business, it's still not enough. It's still not enough. All right, I'm done.
That's true, because somebody always gonna have something to say. So Neale, what's your thoughts?
You're muted.
You're muted. You're muted, Sir Neale.
Pardon me. I don't understand how his said friends were around him and letting that whole argument going on. This is one person, and from the height and the description they gave about him, he was no taller than 5'8". You know what I'm saying? A knife wouldn't have frightened me none. They should have jumped his ass, mollywopped him. Remember, we are still men, okay? All that I know, we can read them down to the books, okay? We can read them down to the library. We can read them down to Congress. We can read them back down to their mama's house. But if they are a threat, need to approach the threat as such, okay? And instead of all his friends running away, because no, they should have, in my opinion, they should have took action and mollywopped him. I know that's kind of aggressive, but when I'm with my lesbian friends, one of my stud friends, if we ever get in a situation, because there's always going to be a heckler, but when we're together, she say, I hit him low, you hit him high. We know, because somebody's always going to have that opinion to be adverse to who you are as just a regular person. And voguing, just walking even, can get you into somebody's rhetoric of hate.
That's what's crazy to me. That shows you how far we have not come as a goddamn society. Like, people are really getting teased and mocked just for dancing. Really? That is horrible. And I mean, 17 or not, I don't feel bad for him. You gonna go to jail.
Another thing, I don't like to compare and contrast anybody else's tragedy, but this right here needs to be spoken about. It needs to have more of a media, exposure. It needs to have more media exposure, because this was a senseless murder, okay?
Yes,
and it was based on someone's hate towards another person. I don't care if it was racist, homophobic, whatever it is, any of that. It was a hate crime, okay? And it needs to be addressed. You know how many people that deal with hate crimes as individuals across the world, and they're suppressed because they're not worth national news. But besides that, it's still a hate crime. That's why people don't report the R word. They don't report the violence, because it's overlooked. And it's all about the media. If they want to make this a primetime story, bet you, baby girl, they will.
Yeah, if they wanted to. Tracy, what's your thoughts?
I feel like two things can be true at the same time. Is it a senseless reason for someone to lose their life? Absolutely. And it is 100% a senseless reason to lose their life. If he was so radicalized in his belief of his religion that he was willing to take someone's life because of it, then he's where he deserves to be.
That part.
Because I hate to say this, but I don't know any person of my race that is so radicalized in their belief that they're willing to take themselves out to take someone else out. Like, I just don't know anybody who's that radical in their beliefs of their religion. I don't know anyone personally of my race that is ever that radicalized in their beliefs, right? So that just isn't something like, so to us it just seems so foreign, because that just isn't a thing for us, right? But then there are people who are so radicalized in their belief of their religion that they are willing to hurt themselves, others, and anyone else in their belief of their book for whatever it is, for whatever this is. And because this is your belief and you're willing to literally take someone's life so senselessly because of your belief, then you are right where you need to be. I have zero sympathy for you. Zero. Both things can be true. Like, okay, you believed it. You believed it to your core. Okay. And now you will suffer the consequences of your actions. That young man didn't deserve to lose his life
No,
over
he
it.
did not.
He definitely didn't. He didn't deserve to lose his life over it. But if you are that radicalized in your beliefs and you are willing, then it could have been anybody. You know, if you are that radicalized in your beliefs, it could have been anyone.
You know, this is allegedly. I'm gonna say it's allegedly. When I was reading it, I was on Reddit, and someone who is he's outcast from his Muslim family because he's a homosexual, and he was basically saying how people in his family are applauding what happened.
Yeah.
Because they feel that people of of said preference should die.
Yeah.
And to think about that there's people actually, like, we're out here like thinking about it, we're all processing it, you know what I'm saying? But there's people out there like applauding, like, I'm glad he did it. It was supposed to be. This was for this and that. You know, it's
I mean, it says it in their Quran like 4 or 5 times. So to me, I'm not like, but there's also things in our Bible that says things, and it's not like you read out and you're like, you know what? Absolutely, that's exactly what I'm gonna do, right? So I don't read every single thing in the Bible and be like, you know what? I need to do every single one of those things verbatim. Absolutely, I don't do those either. But it doesn't take away in the book that they read. Does it say it? Yeah, it does. Now, are the people so radicalized in their belief that they take every single word of it verbatim and go out their mind? Apparently, some of them do. Now,
yeah,
it doesn't, so and where to me it gets tricky is I never want to also look down on someone else's religion just because I don't believe in it, because that will make me no better than them, because for the same reason that they feel their way about us. I can't then turn around and feel and do the same thing, because then that makes me no better than them. My statement is just simply, there are things in the Bible that tells me I should stone someone to death. I mean, I'm not picking up no rocks, but it's the context of what you're willing to believe based off of, how radical you are to believe in this book that you're reading from, like a million freaking years ago. But okay,
but
people,
you know what? Let's keep. You already know people use religion as a form to justify hate, as it is anyway. People are so quick to use religion as a form to justify hate, because just like you say, people pick and choose what they want to listen to from the Bible and all this and that and the other shit as well. So.
Hell, and just that way. And one thing I know, just how how they say you have biblical smarts, you have schools, you have book smarts, you got street smarts. The street smarts taught you about all the things, because in the streets you learn about everybody's religions. So you can pick and choose what you want to listen to, and the only thing you have to do is have faith, in my opinion. And not degrade anybody else's faith in what they want to do.
Streets taught me these hoes ain't loyal.
Look,
that's what I learned from the streets.
Look, I read the Quran once, not because I was planning on to convert, just so I could have a conversation with someone about it. Because I thought it was
why
bullshit.
did you do that?
Because I thought it was bullshit. And in reading it, I was fascinated in the thought processes of some of the things that these people believe. I was like, oh.
I was forced to read it in 3rd to 4th grade because my adopted mom thought she was going to make me into a Muslim. It didn't work.
I was like, wow. Listen, I was like, Oh, well, no. It really is written plain as day. So it's not even like you interpreted it to be. I mean, well, clearly it's an interpretation, but like, you know how some things in the Bible were like, well, that if
They
it
were
could
very
be this
vague.
or that.
It's
No.
it's left to your own
No.
interpretation. No, the
Oh no.
Quran is very black and
Oh,
white.
it's very black and white.
Yep.
I was like, oh, that really. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, see, I was like, the loss of my free will and my ability to be able to say what I want to say is never going to work for me in any form of anybody's religion. So let me start with my problems. Let me start talking. So, but no, it was just for me to have an informed conversation with someone who was trying to explain to me the benefits of the Quran, and there are some beautiful things in it. I mean, but I guess there's some beautiful
Yeah.
things in every religion.
In
I
the
mean, to
even
each his own.
in the book of Pilgrims, there's some beautiful things in there. But I'm not gonna go
Uh-huh.
be a pilgrim.
Exactly, right? There's some beautiful things in everything. It don't mean, I'm going to decide that I'm going to convert. I mean, shoot. If I decided that I wanted to go, worship the devil, I mean, there's some things in there I could really get down with sometimes. I was like,
No, don't go, don't go, don't go.
but there's some times I was like, look here. I mean, there's some things in here I could really get down with.
Oh no,
But
Carol Ann. Go towards the light, Carol Ann. Go towards the light.
Towards the light, Karen.
Okay, y'all look. Next thing we gonna get into. Speaking of which, speaking of conversion. Okay, listen. So y'all know Phor from Black Ink Crew Chicago. He done he has deeply tapped into his kink. Okay, he is in the world of kink now. He is a super sub, at least I call it a super sub. He's into the whole, the dom sub role where he does puppy play. I've seen him do toilet play before. If you follow his Twitter, you know all the kinds of play that Phor is into, right? Well, recently his former co-host, Van Johnson, as well as his ex-girlfriend Nikki Natural and his baby mama have all come out, and they have basically, had their things to say about Phor and his new found world of kink. I think Christianity came from African spirituality. So no, Christianity was forced upon us by the colonizers.
Yeah, it didn't
yeah,
come from no African
Yeah,
shit. Stop it.
that didn't know African traditional rituals or African traditional spirituals that came from our ancestors. For Christianity, no, the colonizers were the ones that forced that upon us.
Yes,
We had our own.
way
We did
before.
it way before that. Yeah. Wasn't no white Jesus up in the. We had the Orishas and the spirit
Thank
gods.
you.
And
yeah, the Catholic faith is a little different.
yeah,
But
that's.
Auntie, wait, I want to ask you a question
Mhm.
before we get into this topic, just for my own clarification. Is he doing this for money or is he doing this for his own personal kink?
Honestly, I think I believe that he was already into some kink,
Yeah,
and
now he's making money off
yes,
of it.
and now he's making money off of it because he's doing it on OnlyFans. But again, like I said, I follow his Twitter, okay? Because listen, I appreciate the world of kink, okay? I'm a lover of all arts. Let's just say that. Some of the things that he is into as far as kink goes, I feel like he's been wanting to do this. Because some of
Yeah.
the stuff that he's doing, that's not no amateur shit
No,
that
he
he's
wants to be
doing.
a subservient. He wants to be a
He
subservient. He wants to be
Yes,
dominated. He said
like
he has what he likes and he's doing it. Don't nobody get no dog cage. Just like, okay, get a dog cage. No.
a
He
puppy
crawled
play.
himself in
Yes,
there.
he's into puppy play, which is what this is right here. And so he posted this on his Twitter, where he posts all of his advertisement that he does for his OnlyFans on his Twitter. Everybody else around him, the neighborhood talk, shade room, everybody is bringing it to IG and these other social media platforms, right? Well, his former co-host Van Johnson actually took this picture and posted it on IG and was like, what y'all want to see? I wish I would get my big ass in the cage, or what y'all want to see my big ass do, and da 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 da. Then afterwards, he and then like I said, his ex, Nikki Natural, she posted, let me see, was it this? She posted on her IG, said niggas is embarrassing. That's what she posted. And then, like I said, his baby mama, she had some things to say as well about him. Let me see.
Phor, I don't talk shit about my child's father. I don't say too much of nothing. I always supported him and everything he's done. He's still forever's father at the end of the day. I don't condone it. I'm dealing with it firsthand before anybody. And it's fucked up because if it was me, I've been lost my child behind this shit. I'm not gonna say like I've never entertained certain actions or certain participated in certain actions because I have, but y'all didn't see it. It wasn't on the internet. It wasn't for y'all to see.
So that's her whole biggest thing, is that it's out here on the internet and everybody is seeing it, you know, whoopty whoopty. So Phor then went and he put up a post. I think this was yesterday. He put up a post and was basically like, I'm not bothering nobody. Y'all leave me alone. Blah, 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 blah. If you really my bro, if you really somebody that supported me, then you wouldn't be judging me. I'm not bothering y'all. Y'all don't bother me, right? Which is, yes, he said Nikki Nay. He's into toilet play. He's into some things like,
okay, but auntie, that's the tertiary response saying, don't judge me, you know, if you're my friend and this and that, la la la. Okay, but bro, you literally put this on the internet knowing that this is questionable and for everybody to see. You know this is questionable. Okay, you can be sitting on the toilet with your drawers down. People be like, okay, it could be artistic even. But this right here, you butt booty hole naked in a cage, expressing your kink, knowing that it's sexually driven, knowing that you like the humiliation, that's what he likes, and he's just feeding off the world and their humiliation. He likes it. He likes to be humiliated.
I was just gonna say, like, and while people think that they're actually humiliating him, this is a part of his kink. Is this
He
public
likes
humiliation and this public, you know, this public domination? Basically, that's one thing, that's a kink for him. So while people think they're talking about him, he's really sort of in a way getting off to this shit, and he's still making money. It's driving people to his OnlyFans.
Exactly.
I'm sure he's making over at least a good 30K a month on his OnlyFans. I'm
Just
sure
to make this is advertisement. This is advertisement. This is an ad.
Yeah. What was you finna say, Mizzle?
Yeah, I was to say the same thing. I said, as much people trying to think they clowning him, it's been building traffic. And when somebody got OnlyFans and stuff like that, and any platform like that, any attention is worth traffic to their channel. So, kinks. Yes, a lot of people don't like to accept their kinks and want to admit that a lot of their kinks they have. But if they see somebody who got kinks and that's something they might be interested in, you will think they're going to support his channel or go look up in his channel and see what he's doing. And not only that, Phor was on reality TV. So I'm sure he has a lot of people who go and follow him and see what he's doing and everything. Yes, he could be outrageous. He did a lot of stuff like that. And he doing different avenues for anything that we've seen. I mean, he went for getting plugged, pegged, eating out, getting his shower done, golden showers, all this stuff, getting his booty ate. Like, he did a lot of different things. Play outside. He is trying different things and everything. And a lot of stuff he is posting it on his own platform. What it is that everybody else is posting what he's doing and putting it out on their own Instagram and stuff like that. And not everybody else is watching it. Because I would have never seen this unless somebody else posted up there. I didn't see him on his Twitter. I didn't go to his Twitter. So I seen it with somebody else posted out there. And somebody said
facts.
That's one thing. Another thing, the baby mama, I mean, granted, maybe a lot of people have OnlyFans. So I don't know why she think that her baby will get taken away from her. Is Phor's going to take her baby away, or somebody else going to take her baby away? I don't know. It's like that. But I was like, whatever. I ain't going into that. Y'all probably know more than me. But all I know is why they will take your baby away. You will do it. It is what it is. But my thing is, I said, are you getting some of that money that he's making?
That's what I'm saying. Like, are you not getting your child support?
Oh wait, he got a daughter, son. If he taking care of the child,
yeah, he's got a son named Forever.
Yeah. So if he taking care of his son, and there's no problem. He's being as a dad and he's doing this. Yes, understand, yeah, all that's like that. But I'm saying if he's taking care of his priorities and he's making money on the side on top of whatever else he's doing, I don't see the problem.
I would see why, because if he has vegetation rights and she's dropping the kids off, okay, they can have a regular daughter, father, son, father day, whatever. But he's posting this on the internet. They know his private energy. You know what I'm saying? So that could put her in question. And like, you're dropping your child off with this person, that's doing such a thing and posting it on the internet. That's how she can get in trouble.
I mean,
and so he would get in trouble if he had a baby with him. That's what you're saying. He would be a bad dad.
It's like with on the property. If they was like this was taken on the property, the cage is there. They may see a whip. They may see a chain, something, whatever. That could be counted dangerous.
No, so people call CPS and do stupid stuff for far less all the time. For far less all the time. So there also is a thought process of and how can I say this? There is a difference of what you do for work and what you do at home behind closed doors being different, right? If you are an adult film star and you go to this place and you do these things, you're not doing them at your house, right? You go to work and you film these scenes and you do these things. You're not at your house filming these things with your children there. Those are different. Like there is a separation there, right? There is far less separation when it's in this intimate of a level. So so people have a hard time knowing where the separation is. So people struggle with it, and then therefore people just assume and call CPS just off the strength very quickly. And unfortunately, they are more likely to call CPS on a woman than they are on a man. They just are, and they are
especially
faster.
if the child is living there.
Oh, absolutely, they would, and that's just unfortunately how society is. Is it right? No, but is that how it is? It is, and that is something that women kind of struggle with. So, do I understand her saying, if I was to do the same thing, would I get the same grace that y'all give him? Absolutely not. There would have been somebody with CPS at my door every day talking about, well, I think I heard her baby in the background. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so there's
I don't see it that way.
So there is a but that's not, but unfortunately that's not how society handles it. That's not how most of society handles it. So then you don't understand, like, once CPS is in your life, it's not that easy. It's not that easy just to be like, oh, so that's that thing, right?
All of that.
So then there's that, right? But then, my thing is, I also don't understand the statement of, like, the ex-girlfriend, right? She didn't post Phor's post. All she did was on her Instagram say, oh, how embarrassing.
That was Mickey Natural. That was the ex-girlfriend.
That's the ex-girlfriend. That's why I said, the ex-girlfriend.
Oh, okay. The baby mama was the one that did the live. Yeah.
Yes. So so in your personal life, would you be embarrassed? Possibly. Is it? Would you be embarrassed? Possibly. Would you want that to be the thing that everyone then tags you to the ex-boyfriend? Because we know how society is, where every time he posts something or every time he does something, you then get tagged to that ex-boyfriend that that you've been attached to, that they keep on adding you to the thing. Like we also have to understand that people don't mind a business and just leave folks alone. So I would get tired of, if he's posting for his social media, if he's posting for his OnlyFans content, I would get embarrassed after a while of the constant everyday people tagging me in the things, because I get tagged in stuff where I'm like, okay, come on now. Like, I done got the same thing like 9 times. So I could
Oh,
only imagine
okay, off top.
on
You
that
okay?
level.
She's related to him, but having a relationship with him, i.e., they had a sexual relationship.
Yeah, on the
Whatever
show.
his kink was, yeah, on the show, and then we don't know about their reality, like in real life, not reality TV. But if they had a relationship sexually, I'm more than sure she's aware of what he likes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
But
she
she's not
said
coming
it.
out. Yeah, she's not coming out and showing pictures or whatever. That's why she was like, "Oh, it's embarrassing." Because when she was doing it, she was trying to probably. This is my opinion, trying to please him. You know what I'm saying? It was like she wasn't taking the pictures and posting them, not for revenge or anything. She was,
I mean, not everybody wants their sex life on the internet. I mean,
yeah,
it
and that's what
works
I'm
for
saying.
some
I think,
people. It's not everybody's cup of tea, right? And
and it's
you
not
don't knock
everybody's business, like you said. It's not everybody's
you don't
business.
you don't knock somebody because that's theirs, but that doesn't also mean that you have to also be attached to it for someone else, right? So it's like it, it's it does kind of have to be annoying that that's the thing that you kind of can't get away from, right?
But
Yeah,
why even
Women
respond to it though?
in their house all the time too. They go out, go to places to film and put in their content. So it's kind of like someone like work as well. So
I
I'm trying
wouldn't
to
even.
everybody mind their business, let him do what he got to do.
Auntie,
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't even
Auntie,
Sure,
respond
it
to
is
the
what it
shit.
is.
Auntie,
I
how many?
understand that whole
Okay,
baby thing, but I just mind your business before. It's like
wait,
even if
Auntie,
she
how
was
many?
good, I would mind your business with her too. It's like, come
Auntie,
on.
how many posts do you see it for?
In a day
none.
that he post,
I don't see that
that
much.
he
Somebody
post,
else puts it out there.
that he post, or
Yeah,
that he posts on his Twitter or his IG.
on his Twitter.
On his Twitter, he posts at least 2 to 3 times a day on his
Okay,
Twitter.
so if that was your ex and you were in a public relationship, you know that people on social media, like your followers, would then tag you in every single one of those.
By
So at some
association.
point, you
You know,
would get tired of. So it's not like she had been saying something from the initial, because he's been doing this for months, right? Like it's not. This isn't new. Poor doing this isn't. He hasn't just
Find it
started. Because you get tired. Like
Okay,
how
you
many
know,
months of
all
people
the time.
tagging you in
People in
something?
but why not?
exactly. That's
Or
why
how
But
many months
I mean,
does
I understand that to tag it, but I could block people too.
I was just
So,
gonna
what
say
is
that you block the shit. You block it and move on. If I were her, that's just me though. I can't speak
that would be me.
for her. I
Tag me
can't speak
where
for
you
her,
want.
but for me
All the way
personally,
off my camera.
like
That's like
I
saying,
don't deal with the shit on my regular
okay,
YouTube, and I got a itty bitty platform as it is. I don't go back and forth and or dumb shit now. If that were me, again, I've never lived their life. I've never had that level of fame. Will never have that level of fame, probably ever. But it's easier, and I feel like it's less stress to block the shit and ignore it, and just block it. Like block it. She didn't have to make that live going in. She didn't have to do that live. She didn't have to. Or she could have, at least, if you're gonna address it, listen, what my baby daddy do is what he do.
oh no, I'm
That
not talking about the
leave it
baby mom.
alone.
I'm talking about the ex-girlfriend. All the ex-girlfriends said was
Oh, even the
how
ex.
embarrassing.
Now
Like,
what the fuck are you and y'all ain't even together no more. Ain't been together.
Exactly.
So what are you even speaking out and saying anything for? If anything, I understand Phor being upset with Van, because Van is supposed to be like his brother, and Van is supposed to be cool with him. And Van even said that he was wrong for it, and he apologized for it, and he didn't
And
see
Van
it
ain't
as
too
him.
far from a freak himself, so he needs to stop
And
fucking playing.
because Van even said that he had asked Phor, like, well, shit, how can I get onto this OnlyFans things or whatnot? And Phor had suggested to him that he does like the naked chef thing, because he likes to cook and da 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 da. He can do the naked chef thing, but like Van said, he don't want to be naked. And he understands the stuff that comes with you being naked on the internet. So he chose not to do that. And he apologized to Phor. But again, like you were saying, Phor posts his shit on Twitter. Everybody else comes and they're out about it. He can't get mad if people have their opinion about it, because yes, you are putting it on a public platform. I get that completely. My whole thing is with the girlfriend. First of all, with the girlfriend, Nikki Nap girl, stop.
So why should Phor be allowed to be upset when he posts the stuff he posted to the internet? Why should he be upset with people saying anything about it. He posted.
I think he was upset with the taglines and stuff because he thinks it's regular. He thinks it's regular.
But if you
tell people
listen,
mind his business, he don't be upset.
I think he was more upset with Van. If you listen to why he went out, let me see if I can find it. I feel like he was more upset with Van, and he just needed to address Van about it. That's what I feel like. Like, why even come on?
Yeah.
You should just
But
address
wait, why
Van
address
about it,
anything?
period.
You posted to the internet for the world to see. I don't understand. What are you addressing anything for?
No,
Like,
because his
where's
mindset,
the
he
problem?
likes it. He thinks it's cool.
I posted up there, and my Twitter page, nobody will know what I post unless I post it up there. And people tag and everything. I'm sure I don't get that much traction like other people did. Yeah, I wish there was.
But so I don't understand. So if
my own personal page.
Wait, so but that's like counterintuitive. So if it's
How it is
not okay for them to feel a way about it, then how can he feel a way about them feeling a way about, like, if the idea is for he can post it and nobody can say anything about it, then he shouldn't, like, y'all both can't not feel.
I was saying, I think it's the taglines, how he thinks it's sexual freedom. He's doing his shits, you know what I'm saying? And how people are addressing it and tagging it and titling it makes him uncomfortable. Again,
But
that's
if
his
you
king.
put
He
it
has
on the
no say
internet,
with it.
everybody is free for everything after, right?
Whatever. Just mind business.
Well,
isn't that what it is? If you post it to the internet, everybody should be free to say or
Yeah,
do whatever they
free to
want.
say what to say. He got his free to say what to say. Everybody needs to mind their business and let it be. That's all it is. It is.
All right, hold on, y'all.
I'm gonna say this one time only. I don't bother nobody. Is anybody who knows me know that Phor don't bother nobody. I've been a chill, laid back nigga most of my life. Most of this whole TV shit, all this shit, I've been chilling. Now that I'm just at a place with myself where I'm happy and I got my mind right and I'm doing what I want to do outside of tattooing and music and TV shows, nigga, I'm just doing me. I'm living my life, nigga. You should live yours too. Just leave me alone. Anybody who I grew up with, anybody I've been on TV with, who I call my bro or sis or an ex or baby mama, anybody that, just leave me alone because I'm not bothering nobody. Y'all are bothering me by attaching yourself to my name about something in the past. If it was me on the other end and I'm getting everybody calling me about X, Y, and Z, I'm gonna be like, shit, it don't concern me. It don't matter. I'm not gonna go troll and be under every blog comment. That's just not how I move because it don't matter. I'm asking y'all one favor. Just leave me the fuck alone. That's it. That's all. That's it. I ain't bothering you, nigga. Leave me alone.
See, I feel like that was more addressed towards Van.
I did feel like it was more direct to the person, yeah, not too much of the world.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because like he said, if I grew up with you, I mean, yeah, he included the baby mama ex, but he's like, if I grew up with you, I call you my bro. Yeah, that was towards Van.
But besides everything he said, he's secure in what he's doing. He's not really tripping off anybody's thoughts. You know, so let that, like you said, let him be. Let that nigga be. If he was so pressed, he would be trying to scrub the internet like everybody else does. Take these, you know what I'm saying? You know how these celebrities can get this shit taken off the internet, get that shit blocked, be banned, this and that. No, he ain't worried about it. He like it. He ain't hurting nobody.
You like it? I love it. Go get you some more of it. And okay, y'all, look, the next thing we finna move into real quick. This girl posted this video, right? Now, y'all give me y'all thoughts on this. We gonna listen to this video. Now, this girl says that a Costco worker said that her clothes were too tight, or basically she got written up code of conduct, out of conduct because of her body shape, because of her clothes. Now, we gonna play this video. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on this. Oh, I don't even have it up on the screen, child. We gonna listen to this video, what she gotta say. Now, y'all look at what she got on, okay? My question is, what is work appropriate? You know good and damn well what you are and what you are not supposed to wear to work, okay? And let me make this clear off top. I'm not body shaming nobody. I'm not saying blah, 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 blah. I'm not saying none of that. But I'm gonna play this. Y'all listen to what she say, and y'all look at her work outfit. And then we're gonna give our thoughts and our commentary on that.
I just want to know, do I look inappropriate for work? My dress code is a polo and dress pants or jeans, no rips. I'm dressed appropriately. However, I was called into the office because I don't have the right body shape. I cannot help my body shape. I got a verbal because of my body shape, and I was told I need to wear bigger clothes. I don't appreciate being body shamed. I'm being body shamed. They don't know what I went through in my life and the trauma that I went through to have to deal with being body shamed at work. All I want to do is work. And I'm not being dramatic, but you pulled me away from doing my job to tell me that I have the wrong type of body to wear the clothes that I'm wearing. I have on regular dress pants. And your excuse was, I just.
Okay, now I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Homegirl got on some yoga pants with a whole ass waist snatcher and probably a bodysuit on as well. Now listen again, I'm not body shaming nothing or nobody or nothing like that, but let's keep it real. As women, child, you know good and damn well what is and what is not appropriate to wear at work. On top of, I get it. She came there to work to slay. Mama is makeup is beat and snatched for the guards. Hair is done. She's cute. But let's keep it real, girl. You came to work to catch some eyes. And that's what you're doing. And you can't be upset if them people say something to you about them clothes, because you know damn well them clothes is tight as hell. I don't even know if she can it can exhale, because that waist snatcher is snatching the hell out of her ass. Right about now. Tracy, what's your thoughts? Would you being over HR, as a matter of fact, is that something that you think is appropriate for your employees to be wearing at work?
Well, it depends on which office I'm at. Some offices, yes. Some offices, no. Because some offices have a more well-defined dress code. Some offices I have a more lax version of a dress code.
Particular right here. Particular.
No. What I'm telling you is some of my offices, yes, that will be completely fine. Some offices it wouldn't, and it's because some of the offices, they have a very well-defined version of a dress code. Like the code says you need to wear a blazer that is two buttoned, like it's very well defined, or this or that or this or that, right? And then some of them just says you need to wear pants that doesn't have any rips, holes, or tears in them. So in some of them, yes, in some of them, no. Some of them would call for workplace modesty. Some of them says that it's up to your manager's discretion. And if your manager is a prudish heifer, then you know what you do when you play with. My statement is, I feel like the generation underneath me of the peoples are very, very sensitive about things.
Correct.
And unfortunately, there is this sense of entitlement that they have to feel that they can say, do, wear whatever they want, and no one should be able to say, do, or tell them anything, and everything they want should just be allowed because of how they feel, which, I guess, unfortunately, feelings ain't gonna pay your paycheck, but okay. So I guess it depends on where you're at. And if it's up to your manager's discretion and your manager told you that that's not appropriate, it's not appropriate. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Get over it. It ain't that big of a deal.
Mizzle, where you work, you work sort of in it's like a high class type place. Is this acceptable? Would that be acceptable where you work?
Well, we have uniform. So we have a button down white shirt with a vest or a blazer. It's like that. And dress pants and shoes, just as long as the shoes ain't crazy.
What if the dress pants were that tight though? Would that be okay?
No,
or would they?
Because to be honest, I have dress pants too, and since I gained a little weight, my dress pants are form fitting. It's like that, but it's not too tight, but it's form fitting. I mean, it's not too loose. It's not too tight. It's like that. So I will understand. I think with this, like she's saying, they complain about her body shape. Okay, so if she wasn't big breasted and had hips and everything, it would have been okay. Because I'm just saying, like, is it the outfit she wearing or was the body, having voluptuous body and his feeling in her clothes? Because I was like, if this was a guy who got a big chest, and he wear a tight shirt and tight pants, would they say the same thing to them? Or it's just her because she's had breasts and everything? I understand. I feel like we see people, like, for example, if somebody got a big shirt and they got a tight shirt, where they would tell them this is inappropriate, you should wear a baggy shirt. That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, okay, and if they do have baggy shirts, because did they supply her baggy shirts to wear? Or what? And it's like, yeah, I don't think this is dress pants. I don't think this is dress pants.
I wonder if they're.
But I was like, if she has pants and her body's filling up the pants, how big can she get it? Unless you got to go to tailor to get a bigger pants. It's like that, and a bigger shirt. So I'm not saying it is. It's like you said, if a manager says it's inappropriate, then she have to figure out the way to make it appropriate wise. But I'm just saying is that most part of shirts is form fitting. It's not loose like that either. So it's like,
I mean, but most polo shirts, you shouldn't see nobody's. You shouldn't see her waist trainer either in a polo shirt either.
I wonder if they have
yeah.
I wonder if they have an issue because she has everything nip tucked pushed up the way she does.
Yeah,
because it's obvious to us.
To be tucked in like that.
Yeah, it's obvious to us. She got on a push-up bra and she got a waist trainer and she probably got like a body shaper on.
That's probably shape it like that. But I'm just saying, I'm just saying, like,
it's the body modification is what they have a problem with. Everything, like you said, the trainer, the push-up bra, and everything. Okay, because when I go to the office, we have business casual. You know what I'm saying? Your shirt has to be tucked and everything.
And wear dresses. It still would have fit her pants. It will fill up the pants. And just the waist trainer is making a big deal out of it. So take the waist trainer off, and then what? She would still fill up the clothes. So I don't know what's going on. How baggy can she be?
Well, I mean,
when we have our regional meetings and everyone has to put on their suit and ties, and everyone and women dress accordingly. Some of the ladies come in bad, and they skirts will be just as tight set as that woman's pants, but they're not no leggings. They're a suit material. You know what I'm saying? It hugs. But it's not over sexualized as she was in what she was wearing. She put a lot of effort into looking like that.
Yeah.
Not shaming her.
I'm not saying this was appropriate. I'm just saying is that most shirts that you wear is form fitting, and besides the choice of the pants that she got, they don't look like this dress pants. They look like it's leggings, like I said.
Yeah, they're like yoga pants.
That she should have put the dress pants, but I feel like even with the dress pants, she still would have formed it. So I'm just saying, what is it? It's like it's out of control to do her body shape.
Mm-hmm.
So you make it saying because of my body, any clothes I wear is gonna be inappropriate. So I'm just saying that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's wrong or right. I'm just saying what is it? So what other stuff she could have worn? A baggier shirt and a baggier pants.
No. What's that name? There's a plus size. No, there's a plus size line where they make stuff for like khakis, basic staples for women, and they're stretch and everything. So she could have wore them. I don't know the name of it.
In the back of your pants.
I don't even think it's so much that she needs to necessarily be plus sized or baggy. I think there is a difference of athleisure is not always work appropriate, because her pants are like leggings. So like a dress pant, right? A dress pant naturally is not going to be this tight. It is not going to be like this, like tight. Like at the thigh area, it normally loosens up some. So even if it is tighter at the hip, at the thigh where like right now you see the 3 little creases in the line because it's like stretching because it's tight. That would have, that right there, it all would have like just straightened out. It wouldn't be to her body curved in immediately going to her leg. It would then just go straight down because it is just a pant. Like it's a pant. It's just a straight leg pant because it's a dress pant, just a basic dress pant. Nothing crazy, right? So if she would have had on a straight leg dress pant and a shirt that was either not cinched, which she had on a cincher to tighten the shirt, or a shirt that is a size too small, because we can buy a shirt that's a size too small and make it work. Technically, is it a size too small? Yeah, but I mean, can we make it work? Yes. Is it our size? Not quite, but I mean, it'll do what it needs to do for what we're trying to make it do.
No, but this is the irony, Tracy. This is what I was saying. Like I was saying, wearing flexible clothing, i.e., we're talking about our job, our workforces. I work at Nike, so we have like the athleisure, as you were talking about, where it could be like half leisure, half professional. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying there's pants out there, for people of whatever size, for it, because if you want to express your curves, you're allowed to do that, So I don't want to. That's what I'm just saying. Not wearing leggings. What I'm saying, with the bow in the front. But if you want to express yourself,
like anyway, it is appropriate. So it's like, what's the point?
I just think of it like this. Maybe she had a old hating ass, ugly ass, mean ass, wart in the face ass supervisor that was hating on her from the get-go and had a problem with what she had on. But again, like I said, at the same time, girl, let's keep it real. It was just a little bit too tight, and maybe
I don't even think she knew that.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, either way it go, girl, come on, let's not play with the people. You know what the hell you're doing.
Listen, Auntie, I've had to send people home because they literally had on sheer clothes. And they were like, I don't understand. Like, I have a full dress on. And I was like, but it's see-through. And they was like, but I have a full dress on. I was like, no. It's see-through. And I was like, well, it's only if you look through the light. It is see-through. And it was like, well, it's not my fault that men shouldn't be it is see-through. I should not be able to see your undergarments at work.
Yeah.
Like, I shouldn't be able to see.
Right.
I should not be able to see listen, I shouldn't be able to see the imprint of your bra. I shouldn't be able to see the imprint of your underwear at work. And I understand that your underwear was the same color as your sheer dress, so it all was the same shade of nude. That is great. And we only could tell because your skin was darker than your nude outfit, which was beautiful. Great. Love to see it. Great for you. It'll look great on Saturdays. But honey, let me tell you what I need you to do. I need you to exit those doors. Exit. I need you to exit my doors. And she was very confused on why I was telling her she needed to leave, because in her mind, she was fully covered and she was meeting all basic standards. So I do feel like there is this misconception nowadays of what is basic work attire because of just the thought process of, oh, wear what makes you feel comfortable. And I'm like, but there's there's limitations.
It's a generation thing. That's what I call it. But
oh yeah,
it's not only a generational thing. Because people be trying to hook up in the office. They be wearing stuff to hook up with their office baby mom, baby dads. That's what they be doing.
Exactly.
Like the leggings, not the body type.
The clothes, not her body type. That's how I was saying. Okay,
exactly.
The title say body shape. They didn't say about the clothes. So I'm gonna say, I'll say, what's her body shape? Y'all, because she got curves and big breasted. That's how I was like kind of off about what she's title is saying. It's like that. If it was a clothes, I get it. The leggings, yes, the leggings was too much. It's like that. but I'm just felt like, whatever. But
because a lot of times,
the word say body shape. They ain't say nothing about the clothes that she wore.
Yeah, because a lot of times what they'll say is for your body shape, it's inappropriate because leggings on somebody who is shaped like a 6-year-old boy don't fit the same as leggings that are shaped on someone who got hips. Like
so
it
leggings
isn't.
is leggings though. So leggings should be not appropriate no matter who.
Okay.
But
You know, wait. You know, I had to write up a report for a guy before because a young lady came to the office and reported about his bulge in his pants.
That's
Okay.
What's the prototype?
You have you have to write the report before you pass it on and all that shit, and I have to tell him about why he's being called into the office. He was embarrassed more than anything, and he was like, "What did I do?" And I was like, "Bro."
I get.
And he was not doing it. He was not being sexually driven or anything of that nature.
He just whatever pants his at, it shows his shape, it shows his bulge. Basically.
We get.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't doing it intentionally. But it was like 3 times. You know, you say somebody reported, you know what I'm saying? You tell supervisor, remind him, about his uniform, you know what I'm saying? Second time again, remind him about his uniform, make sure that everything's safe. He got his back brace on, appropriate shoes. You know what I'm saying? You skate around the situation. You just don't be like your dick is showing. You don't do that.
But you didn't notice when you put your pants on that it was just
that
like
that dick was dicking. I'm just saying.
this is the same thing I say for females. Like you don't notice when you do something. Like, I like as a woman, I can tell you right now. Sometimes I wear certain because I know what it's gonna do. Like it's very intentional. Like absolutely 1,000%.
Yeah, but you can know when
what it is.
somebody's being intentionally a jerk, and he was not being intentionally a jerk. He was not. I can tell his character.
Or his pants is tight, or it was loose. It was his pants.
No,
tight.
It was just there.
Damn, I wish I could have seen that shit.
Anyways, did you get a picture for HR purposes?
No, hell fucking no.
Yeah. Next time I'm gonna need you to get a damn picture for HR purposes, okay?
No, I had to lean over the desk and look to see what I know what they was talking about, and I was like, "Yep, okay, I see what they're talking about."
Oh, that's what they mean. Oh, okay, that part.
That
part. All right, y'all. Look, next thing we finna move on to. Did y'all hear about this story right here? Okay, this woman. Now, when I first seen this, I just sort of glanced over it and kept on going. And then I seen it pop up again. And I seen like this, it was this young boy that was getting harassed at this pool. I thought these were some other kids that were doing this to this young boy. When I seen that this woman was I think the property manager, a 62-year-old woman is arrested and charged with 2 counts of assault for pouring soda on this little black boy for not leaving a community pool. And she was repeatedly hitting him and his little sister. Y'all listen to this shit. They better than me because I'd beat the brakes off this heifer. That's just me, though.
Manager caught on camera appearing to assault a child at the pool. She has been arrested, and police say the boy wasn't the only victim. Good evening. I'm Chet Silver.
And I'm Julie Luck. The manager reportedly asked the kids who did not live at the apartment complex to leave. Video of the tense moments, including a drink poured on the 11-year-old, sparked outrage online. WFMY News 2's Giselle Thomas spoke to the family involved.
62-year-old Kimberly Jennings was charged with 2 counts of simple assault on a child under 12. Tenants at Sedgefield Garden Apartments say they managed the apartment, she managed the apartment for about 3 years. Now, the family involved lived nearby, but not at the complex, and say they would regularly visit the privately owned pool.
She untwists the Coke bottle and starts splashing it on me. Then she hits me twice, like here and here.
That's how 11-year-old Jace Leary describes what happened with an apartment complex manager Wednesday. He says Kimberly Jennings was trying to get him and his 8-year-old sister to leave the Sedgefield Garden Apartments pool. The pool has signs that say no trespassing and for adults to accompany their children, but the siblings say this is not the first time they have visited the pool.
Sometimes she would just come and tell us to get out. We wait, we come back. until last Wednesday.
Before the video started rolling, Leary says the manager pulled his sister's hair and hit her. The 11-year-old boy says at that point he threw a bottle at Jennings. What was captured in the video is Jennings throwing a soda and then reportedly hitting the boy in the chest and face. It's gone viral and sparked outrage in the Greensboro community where nearby neighbors protested. Again, Jennings was charged with 2 counts of simple assault on a child under 12. She bonded out of jail. Now, we reached out to Sedridge Garden Apartments and also tried to get a statement from its owners, but have not yet heard back.
Child, I'm glad she's gone to jail or she got arrested or whoop-de-whoop or whatever. But baby,
she need her ass whooped. You gonna put a little girl by the hair?
When will these people learn? Like, why are we still in this? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get the audacity. I don't get the caucasity. I don't get the nerve of people.
It's like their hate is emboldened, like they feel righteous to be hateful, like it's not going to be. And then the people that have seen it, the people at the pool that didn't say anything, any parent that was sitting around that pool and saw that, and I don't give a fuck what race you are, you didn't say anything, you're all guilty. Y'all all wanted that to happen. All of them. I don't give a fuck if I'm not gonna approach a woman and put hands. That's not my child, but I'm gonna say something. You don't be pulling no baby around by the hair and shit like that, pouring soda and punching babies in the face.
Yes, they do. That's what they do.
God happens and he makes everything happen the way it needs to. Because baby, had that been me, they'd have still been trying to peel me off of her ass.
Y'all give too much credit to them alabasters. I give them 0 credit. That's exactly who they are, exactly what they'll do, exactly who they do exactly what they want to do when they think nobody looking or nobody there to stop them. That's who they are. Believe them.
I know, but when I say that, I say it's because I'm astonished. Like, don't know, but you should like, do you really come on?
Yep, I think the worst of them in every situation. So I'm never surprised.
Yeah,
and you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I go back and forth because some of my really good friends are white people, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. Some of my really good friends are white people, but they wouldn't even fuck with the white people that they see doing the shit that they do. So not all white people are bad, and I will say that, I will say that not all white people are bad.
And some white people are tired of white people's bullshit too.
I was gonna say a lot of the white people I know are sick of white people and they bullshit.
Oh, look, I don't think all of them are bad. I'm just never surprised at anything that they do. I'm never, because I always think the worst of them. Now, I'm shocked when they're the good ones. The good ones surprise me. But again, I'll take them because they're far and few between. But again, I'll always be the first person to say, like, no, I'm not shocked or surprised. I believe it. They did it. And if they tell me when they be like, oh, they're white, I'm like, I believe it. They did it. Nope, they did it. They absolutely 100% they did it. So,
and that poor boy, he didn't even. I like the way he was describing, the way he was talking. Like, how cool.
Yeah, the poor baby didn't want to go back to the pool.
The way he kept his composure while she was pouring that soda over his head. Because anybody else, she would have got dipped. She would have got just pin checked.
Whenever I see things like that, I automatically think of my son. And again, yeah, my son is big. He's 11 years old, but he's a big ass 11 years old. And he's on the spectrum. He has Asperger's. And if some bitch, even if he wasn't, if some bitch would have do that to my son, I know I would be in jail for assault. I have no doubt because I would see red before I see logic. I see red before I see logic when it comes to him now. So
no,
I couldn't imagine, and she better be glad. That woman better be glad that obviously or something that his parents got some decorum about themselves, and they went over there and peeled her motherfucking cat back blue like she need that shit done. She need the whole line and beat off her goddamn ass for that.
They would have detained you. They would have detained you, kept you for about 2 hours, and released you after they got the story out. Your child was in danger, and you did what a mom was supposed to do.
Shit, I still would have had an assault on my record, and that would have been no damn good. No good. Not in my line of work. Mizzle, did you have any thoughts?
Yeah, I don't know. This lady, she's doing the most. I said, girl, it bother you that much. I mean, good. I understand. If it's a private pool and stuff like that, but why you need to do all that to the kid? Where the parent at? Like,
Right. Were they being
where the
ghetto? Were
parent
they
at?
being
Parent,
roguish? What
and
was the
then
point?
parent know there's a private area. You said to your kid, well, they said this is not the first time they did this. So it's not the first time they did it, and you may somehow turn the cheek. Why the hell in all this time now you want to pour some soda on them? Come on now, girl, whatever. It's like that. And I was like, listen, it's private. I wouldn't be doing all that stuff. Send my kid over there. I go somewhere else. Other than that, it was no need for you to touch these kids. You could have just talked to the parent, whatever, to say, listen, it's a private area. You need to watch them or whatever, a copy of them and everything. And where was the parent at anyway? That's what I'm saying. So
that is another point. That's another point because they did say that the sign said that you had to be accompanied by a parent.
it had to be a company. That's what the sign said. So I said, where was the parent?
Well, exactly that part.
But it still don't give her no right to put her hands on them.
I'm not saying that was the right. I'm saying y'all have to listen to what I'm saying. I said she's wrong. But I said if this is a private pool, it need to be accompanied with someone, and the sign say that where was the parent? And why should they go to the parent and talk to the parent about the kid being on the pool? Because at the end of the day,
exactly.
I work in the building. My building, first part of my building is property, is private owned. So if I see somebody trespassing, you have to report that, or they call the police, or go whatever, stuff like that. So where was the parent? That's all I'm saying.
That's what I was thinking too.
Go
Like
to the parent if your child is over here and say whatever it is to say that your child is in the pool, he's not supposed to be there, or did I be there with them? And
I was thinking that too when that little girl said that she's always mean. Like so y'all must have encountered her before. Where was your mom and them at? Does your mama know that y'all going over there sneaking over in that pool? Or like, you know, is your mama allowing you to go over there and sneak in that pool, knowing y'all not supposed to be over there, or are y'all going over there sneaking over there on your own? And it's not their fault that they getting yelled at. But I get what you're saying, Mizzle. Like, as a parent, bitch, come get me. If you got a problem with something that my damn child is doing, don't be taking that on to my damn child. That's 11 and an 8-year-old. Come let me with the hell know what's going on. Why parents allow their kids to swim on private property? Exactly. And like they said, they weren't occupants of the apartments or whatever pool that they were in. So technically, legally, they were trespassing. So again, she should have went and found their mama or their daddy or whoever, found the parents and got on the parents and been like, look, these kids not supposed to be over here. But for you to be a dumbass adult and take it upon yourself and physically assault them kids,
And for the parents and say they did it a lot of times and they did it several times, they should know their faces. And just like you said, that is okay. This is going. I smell this is going to go a little bit further because just like you said, the parents should have been there. That's 11-year-old underage and his little sister underage. That's kind of like child neglect. They didn't want to say it, but they should have been accompanied. And I'm sure that the private pool has a pass where anybody in the community, you live that close, where you can get a pass to get into the pool.
Well, I mean, they really gonna know who the hell these kids are now if they try to come get in the damn pool. I mean, I ain't trying to be funny when I say that, but so y'all really can't take y'all little ass over there now. Shit, they gonna know who the hell y'all are. I mean, either you can or you can't now, but I don't know. But mama, daddy, somebody watch them when they out there anyway in these pools, because anything can happen. They can slip and bump their head and fall in there and damn drown. Like, you need to be there watching your kids anyway. That's just me though. One of the last things we finna get into, and then we finna get on the hell on up out of here because we finna get over to Mizzle so we can watch Real Housewives of Atlanta. Y'all, this whole situation with Lizzo, okay? Now, if something happened to one of them that falls on a property, parents are neglecting their children. Exactly. That's why I said y'all need to, like, mom and daddy, make sure you know either you letting them go over there or whatever the situation is. What's really going on in the world when we have to be able to balance breathe. Exactly. Okay, y'all. So this whole situation with Lizzo. If you've been under a rock, child, I don't know how, I don't know why, because all of this shit just been blowed up and all of that. So Lizzo is being sued by former dancers of all sorts of things, of fat shaming, of sexual harassment, of body shaming, and so much more that has been coming out. Okay. What is it? Fostering a harsh work environment, all kind of stuff. These is from former tour tour dancers that used to be with her, right? One of which I want to say she quit, and the other two, I think they got fired. Well, this was all because, well, some of the allegations were, when they were in Amsterdam, Lizzo sprang a live sex show on them. Part of the live sex show, women were shooting balls or ping pong balls or whatnot out of their vaginas, as well as they had bananas out of their vagina. And Lizzo was encouraging the dancers to eat the bananas, to touch on the women. She's being accused of fostering a harsh work environment, meaning she's, just being mean, just being a bitch, being a bully, blah, 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 right? So Lizzo finally came out and she had a statement that she made. I'm gonna try to read a little bit of this statement. I'm a little tipsy and I don't want to read all of this. Let me just read the second part of it. It says, as an artist, I've always been very passionate about what I do. I take my music and my performances seriously because at the end of the day, I only want to put out the best art that represents me and my fans. With passion comes hard work and high standards. Sometimes I have to make hard decisions, but it's never my intention to make anyone feel uncomfortable or like they aren't valued as an important part of the team. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. And we were talking about this earlier in Mizzle's Discord as well. Her apology that she says, like she said, these sensational stories are coming from former employees who have already publicly admitted that they were told their behavior on tour was inappropriate and unprofessional. Okay. Now, a lot of what these girls are saying is a lot of, she was mean. And I felt like if we didn't do what she wanted, we didn't get special treatment. And I felt like she treated other people this way and blah, 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 blah. Now, like I was talking about earlier, with Mizzle, some of the things I feel like the girls are saying, yes, it could be true. Some of the other things I feel like could be questioned. For example, the whole body shaming thing. I don't feel like she necessarily body shamed these girls. For example, like I was saying, what if Beyonce hired me to be one of her backup dancers, right? She hired me right now. I'm 182. She hired me at 182. This is what I am when she hired me. This is my body type. Now, I could understand over time, if I go from 182, I start to lose a little bit of weight, yada, yada, but I'm still in shape. I can still do what I can do. But instead of losing weight, I go from 180 to 190 to 200 to 220, and I'm starting to look a whole lot thicker. I'm not going to be surprised if Beyonce pulled me over to the side and like, girl, like what's going on? Like, I'm all about you, loving on you, but at the same time, you got to keep it together for tour. Like when I hired you, you was at this weight and I'm expecting you to be at this weight or maybe a little less, but I'm not expecting you to change. And I don't see why we should hold, like if Lizzo were to do that, if she would have put a girl to the side, was like, look here, I'm 280, you 280, boom. You know what I'm saying? Now you don't went from 280 to 300, 320 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I would expect Lizzo to pull her to the side as well. Like, why should we hold her to a different standard just because she's a plus size woman? If I hired you at this size and you done doubled up from this size to this size, I wouldn't expect no less for her to come to her and say something about it. Would somebody see that as body shaming? You would see that as body shaming if maybe you're not from the industry, but you're a dancer. You're a part of the industry and you know how Hollywood or Hollyweird is. You know the certain expectations and things like that they have. I wouldn't be mad at her if she said something to her about her weight in that way. You know what I'm saying? From a professional artist standpoint, if she came to her and said that. Now some of this other shit, eating bananas out of pussy, now that's a
no, I forget. I understand exactly what you're saying. It's an industry standard. This is called a standard operating procedure. And if that's your look, that's part of the procedure. And I think some of it came off as I want to say rigmarole. Like one person said something, the next person said that they just jumped on the bandwagon, And some people don't understand how deflammatory, if that's the appropriate word, how all these accusations are towards people. And it just didn't make a lot of sense. And I don't see about the fat shaming too. You know, everybody in her whole shit was heavy. You know what I'm saying? So that don't make no sense. We also know that Lizzo is very sexual. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't make any sense for them to bring those terms up. It sounded like it was a bandwagon thing, and they were just trying to like. I don't know. I want to say an industry plant bring down Lizzo like they try to do my boy. What's his name? What's his name? Big Nose.
I don't know about no bandwagon thing. I wouldn't necessarily say that because I mean she got people that's not even a part of the lawsuit that's saying things. She's got like, you know, former directors that saying things and things like that. But
so because she's a big girl, she can't fat shame people. Is that what we're saying?
I was about to say the same thing.
Because that don't make no sense. Like what?
Wait, why would she do what?
Why wouldn't
why would she? That's what I'm saying.
Become a bully themselves. They could do the same thing. So I don't think it's far fetched that she may have. I'm just saying, and it was the industry. I was felt like, go to what Tracy said. If she gained weight, and because I'm a dancer, so I understand what some of this is going on. I used to dance a lot too. Yes, you gain weight, and it does fact that they do look at it and say, okay, you gain weight, it's like that. But at the same time, is your weight affecting your performance? Is it you can't do the routines anymore? Because we see big girls, and they do the exact way better than some of the skinny girls who dance. So I'm just saying, is her gaining weight affecting her performance that she could not perform the routines anymore and everything? So this is my mindset where I'm coming from. It's like if and they say they talking your weight, you getting weight and everything, and she said she was suffering from ED and stuff like that. They said, oh, y'all trying to get her help and everything else. So it's possible, y'all, and y'all know because she's been going through a lot of her stuff, and the industry is still harping on her about her weight. So I think it could be possible that she could have done it. Now I'm not saying to the extreme that she negatively say, "Oh, you are fat B" and all that stuff. Now I ain't saying all that. I'm just saying that it's possible that this could go on, and it's affecting her.
I agree with that.
Dance. Then I will put that to the question. Maybe it's affecting you, but if it's not affecting her performance, because going to the girl said she could still do the routines. So if it's not affecting her performance, what else is she doing that made her unprofessional and she cannot do it and you had to terminate her? That's how
she could have, you know, I mean, maybe she couldn't fit into the costume.
I was just gonna say that maybe aesthetics wise, you know, it worked for the costume, or maybe she thought she was doing a performance, but the choreographer was seeing it, and maybe she was a timing off, or maybe, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I'm still stuck that y'all said that heavy girls body shame other heavy girls. I'm like, that's like,
yes, they
do.
Yes,
I'm sincere. I'm sincere. Like that's like,
yeah, that's.
I'm dead ass serious.
No, that's the thing.
We've seen that. It's
I wouldn't say body shame, but I've been sort of like shunned by some of my, in the past, by some of my bigger homegirls before. You're like, girl, you ain't plus size, but it's like, I ain't skinny neither, bitch. So how you gonna tell me some shit about me?
That shit is asinine as hell.
Oh,
it's real though.
Listen, so you know, because I was nosy, so I went and I read the lawsuit, and then I went to one of the lawyers on YouTube that was reading the lawsuit because I was nosy. And you know, I be needing stuff to do in the background time when I be building contracts because my life is boring sometimes because I was building contracts. And from basically the attorney standpoint, it was they were giving all these examples because of how they were feeling to build a case of, you know, a toxic workplace environment. Because if you only say you did this one illegal thing, then that's fine. But if you do not show a pattern of these things to show a toxic workplace environment, which is not illegal things, it's just you make it an uncomfortable workplace, right? Which is all just really feelings. So
Right.
they was
That's
like,
feelings. I
yeah. So
need
they was
some
like a
matter of fact.
toxic work. Yeah. So, but a toxic workplace environment is just feelings. That's what it is. So it's not facts. Toxic workplace is literally just how your workplace makes you feel. So they was like, that's why they have all of these things that are just feeling based. Because they was like, they need
Okay.
that to show the toxic workplace environment. And then they have the things that are like factually what happened. And they said kind of the strongest pieces were the not letting her leave without going through her phone.
It made her, yeah, she had to delete something that she recorded, right?
Yep. So she has a visual impairment in one eye that she noted. Like, so they've known that since they did the show. And so she said she recorded them so that she could get the notes from the meeting. And she also recorded Lizzo like doing the firing and saying all the nasty, heinous things, which is why they wouldn't let her leave until she deleted the thing off the phone. She told them they deleted it, that they was like, no, you need to give me the phone. Let me look at it. Let me check the cloud. Let me look in the backup and make sure it's deleted. And they
Oh,
wouldn't let
damn.
her leave until they made sure that it wasn't like backed up anywhere else.
Exactly.
So they was like, that right there is probably the strongest thing because, you know, based off of the thing, there was at least 10 other people in the room, and there was 2 hotel workers, which are like not, you know, like a part of the thing that was in the room. So they was like, you know, that probably is the strongest piece that they have, because regardless of not, when you terminate somebody, you can't tell them that they can't leave. You have to let them go. So as soon as
Right.
she fired them, she had no right to tell her she couldn't leave. Like, you can't fire me and then tell me I have to stay here and do these things that you want. Like, that wasn't, like, that isn't an option. So they was like, that's probably the strongest piece of it. And I was like, oh, okay, well that makes things. But then the toxic work environment, they was like, they needed to show a pattern of how these smaller things kind of kept building up, and they kind of just kept doing more things to where you would just feel like these things that aren't okay are okay. Because I mean, why wouldn't it be okay to go to the strip club with your job and, you know, eat bananas out of vaginas? Because the people who go with Lizzo to events get called back for other events and they get paid. Oh, girl, did you hear that they were withhold? Oh, wait. So, look, that was the thing. So they said they were the way their contracts was written, they couldn't take other jobs while they were working for her, right?
Right. Yeah.
But if she wasn't working, they didn't get paid. So they were trying to like get paid because they needed money. So they were trying to negotiate getting payments. So Lizzo would go do special shows or like pop-up events and things like that. And only the people who were going out and doing all the fun stuff with her would be the people who would get picked to go to the things and get paid. So they was like, if you didn't go to the clubs with her and do the parties and do the things, you weren't a part of the cool clique, which she would go do all these side events and get paid in the
But that's
meantime.
how they feel, though. That's how you feel.
No, but
Like,
they had documented proof of they had like 6 events because they weren't being paid, and they were like, these people went to these dinners that we turned down, right? So they had the text where they turned the dinners down. These people went to the dinners. Lizzo had an event 2 days later, like a pop-up event that wasn't on their tour schedule. And 5 of those 6 people were the people who went with her to the event. So it was like the people who went to those additional things with her went to the extra excursions were the people she took with her on the other events. So it was kind of like, if you need money, right? Like, because you only get paid if you're working. If you need money and she's doing these things, if you go and there's a pop-up event coming, well, you're more likely to get picked for the thing, which means you're going to get some extra money because you don't get paid if she's not working. So
That's
it was
too
kind of
goddamn
like,
much.
it was kind of like you kind of had to go. Well, not you didn't have to go, but it was like,
It's kind of
okay, if
like
we
you
had no,
didn't go, you wouldn't
It was more beneficial for you to go, basically.
yes. So they had like a thing to show, like, if you went to these things with her, she would take you on these events, and not all of them did. But let's say you only needed 4 people for the event, and she took 8 people with her. The 4 of the people, it was always people who went on these special events with her. That was the group she picked out of to go for the thing. So I was like, well, I mean, I could kind of understand why the people was like, well, shit, I kind of feel like I gotta go, especially if that's how you got paid. Cause if they wasn't doing it, you wasn't getting a paycheck. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So I do think that it was like, I don't think she forced people to do things against their will, but I think she incentivized them doing things.
And they went along with it.
Yes. Yeah. You see me? So they incentivized doing things because they wanted the money. You see what I mean? So it
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
so it was
I'm
a
not saying
different
that
type
it
of
was
thing.
right, but I mean,
Yeah, but it wasn't like coercion. It was that like slippery slope of, I'm not forcing you to do anything. You
But you
could do
don't
what
do
you
it,
want,
you're not getting no money.
but you would get much more benefits if you go, which technically in the workplace is illegal. Like, technically you're not allowed to do that. But it was that slippery slope. So that's also why they were talking about all these different things, because everyone was like, that don't make sense. Like, why are they talking about these things? Like, it don't make sense. Why are they talking about it? So when the lawyer was breaking it down, they was like, no, you have to put it in, because if you don't, you can't bring these things in front of the judge if it's not already a part of your initial lawsuit to show a pattern of, like, coercion is what he called it. He was like, if you don't have these things, that there's really nothing you can do to it. And then that gives them the precedence to call these people who would go to her pop-up events, so that they could call them and be like, well, how did you get picked? Because this wasn't on the tour thing. I was like, oh, so that's why they did all of these random things that to me just seemed real stupid. I was like, why are they putting this in there? I was like, that just seems like your feelings got hurt. And I was like, that seems dumb.
that's dumb. Yeah.
That
Did you
seems real
I
dumb.
need matter of facts. I need actual factuals. How you feel is one thing. We can talk about how you feel all day, and that doesn't make it right, but how you feel doesn't really matter. I need for real, actual factuals. What the hell
Yeah,
happened?
the feelings
And
is
that's
one thing, but if they could prove it, yes, that's another thing. And I feel like a lot of, if it's 3 or 4, if 3 ladies are saying somewhat similar things, and it could be one thing, they could band together and create a lie, or this is the actual truth. So I would say early in my life is like, these ladies are dancers, and they want to build a career, and this is a small industry, so they were putting their face in the line, on the limelight, doing news stations, TMZ, saying all this stuff to create a lie on an artist that they used to work for. And it actually came out and it was a lie, allegedly. Then what? Their reputation is ruined. Because when you coming up in the front of the city lying about someone if it didn't happen to you. So I'm gonna say this is a lot. That's what I'm saying. It's possible that what they say is true, but it's also possible that it couldn't be true. And like I said, it's possible that Lizzo could have done this stuff because we don't know what she does outside what she presented to us as body positivity, supporting women. That's what she presented to us. But behind closed doors, ex-directors, ex-dancers, they all saying the kind of similar things, and then even all of them is not on a lawsuit. That explains a pattern of behavior that only one person may have. So I'm saying it's a lot going on, and I want to see how this plays out because I can't be on either side of saying that she's Lizzo. No, that's not Lizzo. How we know? We're not in Lizzo camp. We didn't see it
exactly.
So we don't know what she does, and Lizzo is going to do under a lot of pressure. So, and when she said in that statement, I've been body shape. I would never criticize another one because I know I was going through. I said, you can't say you would never criticize if you just kind of put one good to the side and criticize her weight in some way, shape, or form. Not to the extent, but I think like you could have criticized. You can't say you never if you critiquing their weight and their performance. Yes, you have criticized, not to the negative extent. But I feel like, yes, you have done this something like that. Not to the form that people call you, oh, you a big hog, fat B. I don't think you would say that to the dancers. But I do feel like you would criticize in some way, shape, or form if they affecting their performance of doing the tour. And long rehearsals, without any breaks, a lot of stuff, that all could feel like a toxic environment and everything. And it's like, so it is a really...
It's a sticky, it's a slippery, it's a sticky.
Because they also complain about the head coach too. That head coach,
yes, they said
I guess some part of it is true because that head coach is long gone. I don't know what's going on.
Yes, the way they're accusing, like the one girl said she was obsessing over her being basically obsessing over her virginity, and one minute she would talk about God, and the next minute she was all nasty and
talking about the guac 3000, girl.
Okay, so
with
I don't
10
know.
of them.
One person, maybe two people saying something, that's one thing. But 3 and 4, and then people that ain't got nothing to do with it coming out saying, and then that's totally different. Okay, we just got to keep our eyes out on that one right there. I hope, like you said, Ms. I don't know. I hope it ain't true for her sake, but at the same time, you never know. You never know how Holly Weird is. She's lying to flip this and try to use this to her advantage some way and come out bigger and better than she ever was. You never know.
You see Tiffany Haddish back working.
Tiffany Haddish is back at it. Yes, she is.
But they proved that was a lie. That was a lie on Tiffany Haddish. They proved that. That's why they was like, there was a lie.
Well, now you know they said the mother is coming out and suing now.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lie.
They never proved it was a lie. They settled.
They just settled it. Yeah,
they settled it. So a settlement is not proving it's a lie. A settlement sounds more like there might have been some sort of truth to this, so I just needed to go away.
I said it sound like I just need you to shut the hell up and go on somewhere.
Yeah.
The Tiffany said it was a settlement, but she didn't have to pay no money in said settlement. So said other person had to pay some money.
But didn't Tiffany already pay in the past?
No, she didn't. In the settlement, she didn't have to pay any money.
No. This I understand. This settlement she didn't pay. Remember, Tiffany said she gave them people money before
in the past. Yes, she did.
And the other one didn't. So now,
way before it came up. Way before.
So it's not like she never paid the people. She's paid in the past, and now the other person is now having to pay up. So it's up. So again, I'm just simply saying, when you settle and there's been payments made at some point in time, it's sounding like there's some sort of something there. But hey, that's just me and my thought process. But I want to see what Lizzo's response is, because when you get sued, you respond to the lawsuit. So she's gonna have to say something about what happened. So I can't. So I need to see what her response is going to be, and she's going to need to respond to each allegation with what she's saying actually happened, and so everything that they allege, she's going to need to tell us what she is saying happened. So it's going to be interesting to hear and or
Has
read or
anyone ever
see.
seen Lizzo
one thing
perform
that's
live?
gonna the one thing is gonna screw her up is that interview that she did about Amsterdam. That's the one thing that may not necessarily work to her advantage. But everything else could be circumstantial. We got to wait and see how all of that goes. And we will be behind that story, figuring out what the hell is going on with that.
I mean,
Yeah, we finna.
I wonder what was on I wonder what was on this audio recording that was so damning that you wouldn't let anyone leave the room, including the two people who worked for the hotel staff, until the person deleted the recording off the phone. And according to the girl, she has other recordings of other meetings from
Well, we need to hear it. As of now, we just need to hear it at this point.
But she delete. So the other ones were just meetings from like the dance thing. So it's not like no thing, but the one that was forced to be deleted was the one of the one person being fired, which was where the alleged fat shaming happened. So I'm like, I wonder what happened in that to where, and if there was people from the hotel was there, because if it was two people from the hotel was there, why can't they just subpoena the two hotel people and then we could just take care of this real easy? Because they didn't work for Lizzo. That seems like a real easy third party, right?
All right, y'all, we got to get on up out of here because my wine kicking in, and make sure you are a part of Mizzle's Discord, okay? If you're not part of his Discord, what you waiting on? If you're not outside, where you at? If we can't go to Bella Noche's, where the hell can we go? Okay, make sure you're part of his Discord because we finna go over there. We are finna watch the Real Housewives of Atlanta, okay? Hopefully, I can stay my ass awake during all of this. Also, make sure you follow him on his IG, his Twitter, and you're a part of his what's that, YouTube. Baby Sis, I don't know where the hell she is, but I'm still gonna give her a shout out.
Barefoot and pregnant.
She probably barefoot and pregnant somewhere eating ice cream. Leave my baby sister alone. Alky Queen 1118. Y'all make sure you follow her on all of her platforms. Sir Neale Hurston Bih. He's got, I'm telling y'all, go check out Sir Neale's music. I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm not just saying it because it's my baby brother and I love him. Go check out his music. He's on iTunes as well. Okay. Your auntie, there I am. Bam. Subscribe, follow me, all that good stuff there. And I appreciate y'all so much for it. Y'all could be doing anything else on a Sunday night, but y'all are here with me. My drink is starting to kick in. Other stuff is starting to kick in. And so I need to go ahead and get off of here before I sink deeper and deeper and deeper into my chair. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Renee, Jay Rudolph, Joseph, Armani Sage, what is that? Miss Cece that came in. Everybody, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for stopping through. Tomorrow night, also, we're going to be on Mizzle's channel, 8:30 p.m. Central Time, 9:30 Eastern Time. We're going to be doing the review for Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay. Hopefully the season is getting ready to end soon.
Know, right?
Or something. Or hopefully the episode that we get ready to watch, we finna get some tea from it or something, because it has not been given what needs to have been given. And we are what, like 10, 11, 12 episodes in?
Yeah.
Andy, bravo. What the hell going on? Give me something.
We still ain't talk about Drew's divorce yet. I was like, oh my God.
Give me something, okay? We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. This has been Real Queens Real Talk with a gentleman's perspective. We will see y'all next Sunday, y'all. Peace out. Bye.